If there's one truth I've learned after years of working with women who juggle demanding careers, family responsibilities, and personal goals, it's this: the secret to great skin is not about doing more. It's about doing the right things consistently. We've been sold the idea that skincare has to be a long, elaborate ritual to be effective. 10 different bottles lined up on the counter, complicated layering steps, and more time than most people have before they rush out the door. But in reality, your skin doesn't care how many steps you follow. It cares about how regularly and correctly you take care of it. Think of your skin like a trusted colleague in your workplace. If you check in with them briefly every single morning, support them, and give them the tools they need, they'll show up for you all day. But if you ignore them for weeks and then suddenly overwhelm them with hours of attention, the relationship won't be as strong. Skin thrives on rhythm. It loves small, steady investments of care. And when you give it that, it rewards you with resilience, clarity, and a glow that makeup can only imitate. The biggest challenge for working women isn't ignorance, it's time. Mornings are a whirlwind, emails pinging, children to get ready, breakfast to grab, traffic to beat. Skincare often feels like a luxury, something you'll get to if you have extra minutes. But here's the reality: those 5 minutes you give your skin in the morning are not a luxury. They're an investment in how you look and feel for the rest of the day. The science is clear. Your skin follows a circadian rhythm, just like the rest of your body. In the morning, it's primed to defend itself against the assaults of the day: UV rays, pollution, air conditioning, and stress. This means that the first few minutes after you wake up are your chance to give it exactly what it needs to perform its protective role. Skip that, and you're sending it into battle unprepared. Now, consistency isn't just a physical habit. It's a psychological discipline. It's about deciding that you are worth those 5 minutes, no matter how busy life gets. And this is where I see a deeper truth at play. Many women take care of everyone else before they take care of themselves, telling themselves they don't have time. But those 5 minutes in front of the mirror are more than just skincare. They are a daily declaration that your well-being matters to. The other benefit of a consistent morning routine is that it removes decision fatigue. When you know exactly what to do, cleanse, hydrate, protect, you're not wasting mental energy figuring it out. It becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. And that's when results start to build. The skin barrier strengthens. Collagen breakdown slows. Pores stay clear. You stop chasing emergencies like sudden breakouts or dullness because your skin is consistently supported. It's worth noting that consistency compounds over time. You might not notice dramatic changes after 1 week, but after 3 months, you'll start to see smoother texture, more even tone, and a natural brightness that no overnight treatment can replicate. It's like watering a plant. You can't flood it once a month and expect it to thrive. But a little care every day, and it grows strong and beautiful. I've met women who spent years cycling through expensive treatments, always looking for that one miracle product, only to realize that the missing ingredient was never in the jar. It was in the habit. Once they committed to a short, effective routine and stuck to it, their skin transformed without the constant guessing game. And here's the deeper philosophy: when you learn to commit to something small and do it well every single day, that discipline spills into other parts of your life. You start showing up for your workouts more regularly. You stick to your meal plan. You find the energy to be more present in conversations. The 5 minutes you give your skin in the morning aren't just about skincare. They're a daily practice of self-respect, structure, and intentional living. So the next time you're tempted to skip your morning routine because you're running late, remember this: those 5 minutes are not a delay. They're a launch pad. They're the moment you prepare not just your face, but your mindset for the challenges ahead. They are proof that in a busy, unpredictable world, you can still choose to show up for yourself every single day. Small actions repeated with care create lasting beauty, not because they're complicated, but because they're consistent. And in skincare, as in life, consistency always outperforms intensity. When you wake up in the morning, your skin isn't starting from a blank slate. During the night, your body has been busy repairing and renewing itself. Sweat, natural oils, and tiny flakes of dead skin have built up on the surface. Add to that the dust or fabric residue from your pillowcase, and you begin to understand why your first step in the morning needs to be cleansing. But here's where so many women go wrong. They think clean means stripped. They reach for harsh foaming cleansers or soap bars that leave the skin feeling tight, almost squeaky. And they mistake that tightness for a good sign, when in fact it's the first sign of trouble. Your skin has a natural protective barrier made up of oils, proteins, and moisture that keeps it resilient. When you strip it away completely in the name of feeling fresh, you force your skin into a defensive mode. It starts producing more oil to replace what you've taken away. And that overcompensation can lead to clogged pores, breakouts, and premature aging. This is why a gentle pH balance cleanser is not just a nice idea, it's essential. It refreshes the skin without disrupting its natural balance. So you start your day with a face that's clean but still strong. I like to think of morning cleansing as wiping the fog off a window. You're not trying to scrape the glass. You're simply clearing it so the light can shine through. A few seconds of the right kind of cleansing can instantly make your skin look more awake, more even toned, and more receptive to everything else you're going to apply afterward. This is the foundation of a quick, effective morning routine. Now, let's talk about time, because in a 5-minute skincare routine, every second matters. The beauty of a good cleanser is that it does its job quickly. You don't need to scrub for minutes or use fancy devices. A few gentle circular motions with clean fingertips, a splash of lukewarm water, not hot, because heat can strip the skin, and you're done. In less than 30 seconds, you've cleared away the night's residue and set the stage for hydration and protection. And here's where the psychology comes in. Cleansing isn't just about removing dirt, it's about signaling to yourself that you're starting fresh. It's a physical act of renewal that aligns with a mental one. When you wash your face mindfully, you're telling your brain, this is a new day, and I'm showing up for it. That little ritual, even if it lasts under a minute, can shift your mindset in a way that carries into the rest of your morning. I've seen women who transformed their relationship with their skin just by switching from a harsh cleanser to a gentle one. Within weeks, their complexion looked calmer, more even, less reactive. The science is simple. When you stop irritating the skin every morning, it has the energy to focus on repair and defense instead of constant recovery. And when you preserve that natural protective layer, your moisturizer, serums, and sunscreen all work better because they're going onto skin that's already balanced. There's also an important point about respecting your skin's individuality. What works for your colleague or your favorite influencer might not be what your skin needs. Some women do well with a hydrating cream cleanser, especially if they have drier skin. Others prefer a light gel or micellar water for a refreshing start. The common thread isn't the specific product. It's that it's gentle, balanced, and suited to your skin's needs. And here's something else worth noting. Morning cleansing is also a form of prevention. By removing the overnight buildup before applying sunscreen and makeup, you reduce the risk of clogging your pores during the day. This keeps your skin clear and your pores looking smaller over the long term, which means you spend less time and money trying to fix problems later. In a fast-paced morning, cleansing may seem like the most basic step, but it's also the most symbolic. It says, I'm starting my day prepared. And that preparation doesn't just show on your face. It influences how you carry yourself. When you leave the house with skin that feels clean, comfortable, and cared for, you carry a different kind of confidence into every meeting, every conversation, every challenge. So tomorrow morning, when you're standing at the sink, remember, this isn't just about washing your face. It's about creating a moment of clarity for your skin and for your mind. Refresh without stripping. Prepare without rushing. Because the way you start your day is often the way your day unfolds. And that fresh, balanced skin you see in the mirror, that's your first win of the day. When you only have 5 minutes for your morning skincare, every product you choose has to work harder for you. This is where smart multitasking becomes the key. You don't need separate bottles for every benefit under the sun. You need one product that can deliver hydration and protection in the same breath. And the truth is, this isn't just about saving time. It's about setting your skin up for the entire day in the most efficient, effective way possible. Think about what your skin is facing from the moment you step out the door. There's a dry blast of air conditioning in your car or office, the moisture sapping pollution in city air, the oxidative stress from UV rays, and the constant movement of facial muscles as you speak, smile, and react. All of this demands energy from your skin. And like a body going into a workout without breakfast, unprepared skin gets depleted faster. That's where the right morning moisturizer, especially one infused with antioxidants, acts like your skin's fuel. Hydration is the first part of that fuel. When your skin cells are well hydrated, they're plump, smooth, and more elastic. That means fine lines look softer, makeup goes on more evenly, and your skin maintains its natural glow throughout the day. Without hydration, your skin starts to lose that firmness by midday, and you're left with a dull, fatigued look, even if you started with great makeup in the morning. But hydration alone isn't enough. You need protection built into the same step. That's where antioxidants come in. Imagine your skin as a fresh apple slice. Left out in the open, it begins to oxidize and turn brown as it reacts to the oxygen in the air. Your skin does the same thing when it's exposed to free radicals from UV light, pollution, and even stress. Antioxidants like vitamin C, green tea extract, or niacinamide act like a shield, neutralizing those free radicals before they can damage collagen, trigger inflammation, or cause uneven pigmentation. And here's the beauty of combining these steps. When you apply hydration and antioxidants together, you're not just moisturizing, you're training your skin to defend itself better. Over time, this means fewer visible signs of aging, a stronger skin barrier, and a more consistent tone and texture. It's the kind of behind-the-scenes support that doesn't just make you look better now. It makes you look better 5, 10, 20 years from now. For working women, there's also a psychological advantage to this streamlined approach. When you know you can take care of your skin in under a minute with a single product that hydrates and protects, you remove the guilt that comes from skipping steps. You no longer think, I don't have time for all of this, I'll just do it later, because it is manageable. And once something becomes manageable, it becomes consistent. And consistency, as we've already discussed, is where real transformation happens. I've seen countless women make this shift. They swapped their multiple morning products for a single high-quality moisturizer with antioxidants, and suddenly they weren't skipping skincare anymore. They had more space on their bathroom counter, less mental clutter about what to use, and within a few weeks, noticeably fresher skin. This isn't magic. It's the simple result of giving your skin exactly what it needs every day without overcomplicating it. It's also worth noting that when you simplify your skincare this way, you're actually doing your skin a favor beyond time efficiency. Layering too many active ingredients in the morning can cause irritation, especially if your skin is exposed to sunlight right afterward. A single, well-formulated moisturizer ensures that you're not overwhelming your skin's barrier before it even faces the challenges of the day. And here's a deeper layer to this. This step isn't just about skincare. It's about preparation. Just like you wouldn't walk into an important meeting without gathering your thoughts, your skin shouldn't face the world without its own preparation. Hydration is the calm focus. Antioxidants are the quiet confidence. Together, they send you out the door knowing that you're equipped, not just covered up. I always tell my patients, make your skincare about more than your skin. In that quick moment when you apply your morning moisturizer, take a breath. Remind yourself that this is not just a routine. It's a way of saying, I'm ready for what's ahead. That mental association turns a simple act into a form of self-respect, and self-respect has a way of showing up in everything from how you walk into a room to how you handle challenges throughout the day. So in your 5-minute routine, let this be your cornerstone, a single powerful step that hydrates, protects, and prepares you. Because when your skin is nourished and defended, you're not just saving time, you're building a habit that supports beauty, confidence, and longevity in one stroke. One step done with intention can do more than a dozen steps done without it. Feed your skin, guard it, and then go out and do the same for your dreams. If there's one step I wish every working woman treated as sacred in her morning routine, it's sunscreen. And yet, it's often the one step that gets skipped with the thought, I'm just going from my home to the office. I don't really need it today. That is one of the most costly mistakes. we can make for our skin's future. Because here's the truth. The damage that ages our skin the most doesn't happen when we're lying on a beach in the summer. It happens quietly every day in those small, seemingly harmless moments. Walking to the car, sitting by a sunny office window, stepping outside to grab coffee. Ultraviolet light doesn't ask for your permission before it penetrates your skin. It doesn't care if you're only outside for a few minutes or if the day is cloudy. In fact, up to 80% of UV rays can still reach your skin through clouds and glass. Every single unprotected exposure creates microscopic injuries to your collagen and elastin fibers, the framework that keeps skin firm and youthful. And these injuries accumulate. They don't heal back to perfection. They add up over years, eventually showing up as fine lines, deep wrinkles, sagging uneven pigmentation, and a dull, tired complexion. When I explain this in the clinic, I often see a shift in people's eyes. That moment of realization that sunscreen is not just a summer accessory, but a daily health necessity. I like to frame it like this: if your skin is the house you live in for your entire life, sunscreen is the roof that keeps the storms out. Without a roof, it doesn't matter how well decorated the inside is, it will slowly deteriorate from the top down. And this isn't just about beauty. Prolonged, unprotected sun exposure is the leading cause of skin cancer. The statistics are sobering. 1 in 5 people will develop skin cancer in their lifetime, and it is one of the most preventable cancers we know. Daily SPF use dramatically reduces that risk. So, sunscreen isn't just an aesthetic investment, it's a life-saving one. For working women, the practical objection is often time. I can't spend extra minutes blending in a thick, greasy lotion when I'm already rushing. That's where smart product selection matters. Today, there are lightweight, fast, absorbing sunscreens that sit beautifully under makeup, or even tinted options that double as your foundation, effectively combining 2 steps into one. This means you can protect your skin without adding time to your routine. And if you choose one with moisturizing properties, you can even make it a triple function product. There's also a psychological element to sunscreen that I think is deeply important. When you put on sunscreen in the morning, you're essentially telling yourself, I care about my future. You're making a choice not just for the next few hours, but for the decades ahead. And that mindset, thinking beyond the urgency of the present moment, can influence how you make other life decisions. Protecting your skin is an act of foresight. And foresight is one of the most powerful habits we can cultivate in any area of life. I've had patients in their 50s and 60s tell me they wish they could go back and start daily sunscreen in their 20s. But here's the good news. No matter your age, starting now still matters. You can't erase all past damage, but you can stop adding to it. I've seen women in their 40s who began daily SPF use, and over time, their skin tone evened out, their texture improved, and they stopped developing new age spots. The body has an incredible capacity for repair, but you have to give it a fighting chance by preventing further injury. I want you to imagine your skin a decade from now. Will you be grateful you made the small 20-second choice every morning to protect it? Or will you be looking at a mirror wondering how much of what you see could have been avoided? The answer is in your hands. Literally, every time you squeeze that tube of sunscreen. And remember, this isn't about perfection. If you're indoors most of the day, a single morning application of a good broad spectrum SPF 3-UPs will cover you well for your working hours. If you're outside more often, reapply every 2 hours. It's a small habit that compounds into massive benefits over time, the same way daily brushing keeps your teeth healthy or consistent exercise keeps your body strong. The great irony of skincare is that the most effective anti-aging product in the world doesn't cost a fortune, isn't sold as a miracle cream, and doesn't take more than a minute to use. It's sunscreen, and yet it's also the step most people dismiss. My hope is that after today, you'll never dismiss it again. So tomorrow morning, as you finish your 5-minute skincare routine, let sunscreen be your final, non-negotiable layer, the quiet armor that works for you all day, every day. Because the most powerful beauty secret is not about looking younger today, it's about making sure your future self thanks you for the care you gave right now.